Unfortunately, as we sit here today, maize, South African maize, the most expensive it's ever been in our history. You're now going to buy maize at 2,500 Rand a ton, and that will have a negative impact on our business. However, we have to ensure that all the smaller efficiency factors need to be perfectly balanced and in place. And then we must try and recover some of the input costs from the market, and that's going to be a challenge going forward in a bit of a stretched economy.
Maize supply has been a big problem in general for the South African economy. Are you engaging with the government? Are you engaging with farmers in order to address this?
This is very difficult. We're in a free market system, so maize farmers obviously want as much as they can fetch for their maize in order to increase their plantings and their crops. And we on the other side want it as low as possible to have a competitive environment to farm with this maize as the major driver into our cost, to farm poultry with it. So it's not an easy one, but it is a free market system and market forces will drive these prices. However, we believe it was unnecessary earlier this year for the government to engage in an initiative to export 3 million tons. And just to get to analyze that, we are aware of exports out of Cape Town Harbour in February, and in the same harbour where we will export maize, we will now import maize. Now the net effect of that is 1,200 Rand difference a ton of maize that it will cost the local consumer more. So it is important for us to engage at all levels with government to ensure a more comprehensive integrated plan instead of a single pillar strategy just to export your resources.
You have admitted to anti-competitive behaviour at one of your fresh chicken units in the Western Cape. What did your internal investigation uncover?
Regrettably, that is correct. We received allegation earlier this year from the Competition Commissioner, and it had reference to dealings with fresh poultry product in the Western Cape in the period 2003 to about 2007. And we did launch a full comprehensive investigation through our attorneys. And just about 4 days ago, we got the full report on that. And as I say, regrettably, we did find that somewhere in 2003, 2004, there have been signs and evidence of anti-competitive behavior. And we've now instructed our attorneys to engage with the Commissioner to discuss what we have found and hopefully get to some kind of a settlement. It is something we regret, and we are doing everything that we can to stamp out this completely.
At the same time, you've also received summons from the Competition Commission for the dairy feed side of the business, requesting information relating to your involvement in anti-collusive or collusive behaviour in the Western Cape on that side. To what extent does anti-competitive behaviour run in the poultry industry in South Africa?
Well, I don't think it's worse in any industry, especially in the poultry industry, than what historically happened in South Africa. And to compete from a southern tip of Africa in the world, obviously people had to engage in certain activities. It was only lately with the big bread thing that people started to focus on what is, according to the law, anti-competitive. But like this investigation that we've done into this dairy allegation, we have found absolutely nothing to be against the Competition Act. But people these days are so scared to talk to one another. I don't believe currently there's any anti-competitive behavior in this country. It's been a job well done by the Commissioner, and I think every company wants to clean out its act. But things did happen in the past. We can't run away from it. I think at that time it was more ignorance or trying to protect South Africa and South African industries as a whole.
Let's look forward to growth areas. Africa experiencing some strong growth for the period, growth there at 52%, a still very small portion though of your revenues, just 2.3% of total revenues for this period. What type of focus and emphasis are you putting on your Africa divisions? Because of course the infrastructure is a big problem when dealing in Africa.
Now again, on the back of that, the Anti-Competitive or the Competitions Commission Act come into play, and I can hardly make any acquisitions locally, so I have to go and look for growth outside. I either have to grow generically or organically in South Africa, or acquire businesses outside of these borders in order to get some growth. And it was mainly driven by the Competition Commission Act that we have to go and look for growth outside. We've been active in Zambia for a while. It's paying off now. Our feed mill is doing well, and the results show the good turnaround we had. And it's also now integrated into a breeding operation and into a hatchery, and we at a rapid rate becoming the market leader in Zambia, which we also use as a hub into countries north of that. That business doing well. We also had good successes in Mozambique. Mozambique is a good economy. It's on the up. I think it's got the best GDP growth rate currently in Africa. So it's a place we want to be. We've got a small feed mill, but we're also now investing into farmland, and we will within a couple of months embark on expansion there with regard to breeding and a hatchery for day-old chicks. But in the bigger context, still small, but that's where we will extract some of our growth from.
Now, lastly, are we going to see the same kind of growth in terms of numbers going forward? What is your outlook for the next period in terms of growth for the company, and what are the biggest risk factors that you see at the moment?
I think growth will be limited over the next 12 months. I think the economy, the global economy and South Africa has not recovered yet. We're not creating jobs currently. So we have to work with the same size of cake as in the past year. So the disposable income is not showing improvement. And we're going to have to sell chicken at a slightly higher price in this market than last year to recover the input costs. So that in its own is a challenge. I think the biggest challenge is to try and get the anti-dumping tariff in place against countries dumping in our backyard. And we're also going to have to manage our maize stocks and the price very carefully, and try and recover that higher increase in our selling price.